said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks. And the Buckeyes will put toe to leather and will get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ducks offense will get the first swing of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Quarterback now breaking the field.
Yeah, and I like the quarterback's quick decision-making, puts it on the ground, decides to take it himself, goes, gets the necessary yardage, first down.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Breaks into the open. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using it. To get him to the ground, that is a ball.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have the national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. So Ohio State's offense will get the ball for the first time. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week, where basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air, because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
Takes the easy completion. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Takes it from the gun on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Turner. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Coming out on first down with the play fake. It's caught. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best two teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing in this conference, middle of the season. You can finish strong. Now we're not just talking.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Bringing the heat. With the catch, it's Garrison. Knocked off his feet.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Punch it out of the air. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Buckeyes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Let's it fly. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Working that left side now. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the...
Into the end zone he goes! Touchdown, Buckeyes! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
And the running game is so important when you get inside that 10-yard line and that field starts to shrink. And it's so nice to have a back with some physicality. Great job running the football, using that stiff arm, finishing the run, and getting in the end zone.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The give to the back. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. Wideout trying to get it in. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more time.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The Buckeyes are in the hurry up. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Looking to the big tight end. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got it inside the 15. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And that receiver had nobody around. That is defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving home. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. From the gun, the ground game. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Right on the money. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field, gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
You want to stop the run game, get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
Right back to the well. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Ducks decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Quarterback making adjustments. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebacker's coverage ability and those DBs tackling ability.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Too anxious to get started on the outside, and that's a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll go empty. 5 wide receivers on second and 15. Wants to go up top. Unleashes one deep. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, this defense was ready for go-longs. Against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Crowd alive on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Rides to back and leaves it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's second and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Turner. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And the Buckeyes in the hurry-up. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Looking to throw on first down. Back open in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. At the 35, he's loose. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone. Quickly complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Second down coming up in this red zone opportunity. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And the Ducks are threatening on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
The best running backs are the guys that can just snip out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long, ball's at the 25. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Buckeyes will punt it away on fourth down. on the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job on the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job on the defense.
To the air on second down. Fires to the big fella. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. They'll try to run for it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's open on the right. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
The Ducks are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a choke play on that one.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he makes the catch. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown Ducks! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Looking for blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. The running back has it. Pass mistakes, and he may get more. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lane, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. Here's the thing. You better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
The Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Off play action. Fires left. It's complete. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive gain for my offense.
They'll try the right side. Picks up the first down. At the 20, he's got space. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Adjusting the pattern. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab on the left. There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Gets it out fast. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Now they've got it at the 44 on first and 10. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Second down, he'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the Ducks will snap it on first and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Got his man quickly. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup
sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wants to keep it in the air. Quick strike complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the 4th quarter. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Touchdown, Oregon! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And here's the thing, the strategy. You want to run the ball because, yes, you want to score and you want to win, but you don't want to leave a lot of time left on the clock for their offense to get another opportunity. So that's a bit of the gamesmanship going on right now. I think you're seeing that with their offensive coordinator and his choice in play calling.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Leaves it with the back. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Finds his man. It's Garrison. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of 1st downs, and here they come again. Going to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. They'll bring him down right at the 20-yard line, and a 4th down looms and decision time for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On the Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Ohio State!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Makes the catch. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Offense in an empty set. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
And they trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Offense changing the play. Lost to fire on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Yeah, and that's fine. Listen, it's go time. Right now it's coming up on 3rd down. You probably got 2 downs anyways. It's the 4th quarter. It's time for this QB to take charge.
3rd down play from the gun. Wide open downfield. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Runs out of bounds at the 29-yard line. 1st down from the offense.
The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Timeout is called with just a single second left. The ball is spotted at the 29-yard line. That'll make it a 46-yard field goal attempt for the lead. Kick is good. The big leg delivers the winner. And they regain the lead. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but